is up, YouTube? You're watching Off the Mark. My name is Big Sarge, and it's been a while. Long story short, I was doing a work field training exercise, and I was completely out of state, like not even anywhere near anything that I could do to record for the channel. So now that I'm back, we're back to making hopefully regular content, and yeah, so today out here enjoying the Alabama heat and in the woods, and we're gonna go over some drills that you can do to practice with your rifle. Now, with these drills, the most important thing to remember is the 4 universal laws of firearm safety. Number 1, treat every weapon as if it is loaded. Number 2, we keep our finger off the trigger until our sights are aligned at the target and a decision to fire has been made. Number 3, we never point our weapon at anything that we are not willing to kill or destroy. And number 4, we know our target and what is behind our target. So, next thing we're going to want to do before we do any sort of actual firing with our weapon or training with our weapon is we're going to make sure it's safe to train with if we're not in an area or at a range to actually fire live ammunition. Right now I'm not at the range. Later in this video I will be. Those were that part of the video was actually recorded before I went on this trip, so you know, a little bit of behind the scenes knowledge for you there. So right now I'm not at a range, so first thing we're going to do is make sure our weapon is safe to train with. Drop the magazine. Make sure there's nothing in the chamber. Weapon is clear, so we are safe to train and do these drills. Let me turn my dot on. All right, so now that my weapon has been cleared, there is no ammo in the magazine or in the weapon, I'm going to pull out empty magazines just for training and demonstration purposes. It is no ammo in this magazine, so I am still being safe with a cleared weapon. Now, anybody else that comes out into the random woods around my property won't know that my weapon is clear, and that comes into intelligence and not being threatening for no reason. All right, so the first drill we're going to want to work on is just reloading. That is it. So you're going to get your dot into your position as if you're firing. Bang, 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 click. All I'm going to do is I'm going to practice reloading. And see, this is why you practice. Practice as if, boom, bang, bang, bang. That's all you're going to do. Just practice that until you don't have to look at your kit in order to find that magazine. So we're going to try again with a different magazine location. Bang, 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 click. Bang, bang, bang. So this is one to do when you have more empty magazines. You can do the full motion. I only have 4 empty magazines out here right now. The rest of them are all loaded. But yeah, so we'll try that one again. Bang, 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 click. Quickly get our magazine out, pull it up. And that is why we do this drill. Because sometimes with a fully loaded 30-round magazine, when you insert it on a closed bolt, it doesn't actually go in. So when you take your magazine and you're putting it into your magazine well, the Army will train you to tap it up. That works most of the time. But if you have an older magazine, a potentially damaged magazine with damaged feed lips, that can induce some sort of malfunction. So what you want to do is just really get it in there, and then to give it a little light pull to pull it out. If it doesn't pull out, you're good. If it does pull out when you do a little push-pull, you didn't put it in enough. So all you're going to do is push harder till it clicks, give it a little pull doesn't come out, good to go. The reason being, with the damaged magazine, smacking up from the bottom to seat the magazine could cause it to go past your magazine catch and get jammed in your chamber. And if you have damaged feed lips, that could cause your magazine to now feed 2 rounds into the chamber when you only need 1, which is never good. So what you always want to do is the push-pull method, not smack up from the bottom. You can get away with smack up from the bottom when you have brand new magazines, but not all of us have the luxury of spending a lot of money on magazines all the time. All right, so make sure we're still clear, just to be on the safe side. Now that we've covered that drill, we're going to cover one more drill, and this is the presentation drill. So all you're going to do, either from the low ready or the high ready, and you want to do this drill in your full kit. Everything you usually have on you, you want to have on you. And all you're going to do is you're going to go out and press out. If you can't see your dot, that's where you know you've done goofed. So, ideally, this will train muscle memory to always present the rifle in the same way every time, ready to fire. So, I personally prefer the low ready. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, raise it up, boom, right on my dot. Now, if you are in a safe place to dry fire and your weapon is clear, which mine is, you can even pick a target. I have a little cross that 2 tree branches are making that I can use as my reference point. And you can add a trigger squeeze, dry fire, what have you, into this. So, right here, for me, I'm going to pick that cross. I'm going to present, and I'm going to switch to semi and squeeze the trigger only when my sight is aligned with that cross. So then I'm going to do it again, weapon back on safe, and then I'm going to 1, 2, 3. So, the more you do this, the faster you'll get at presenting. Ideally, slow is smooth, smooth is fast, because if you're freaking out, you're going to end up all over the place, not able to find your target. The point of this drill is not to do it fast. The point of this drill is to do it accurately. So, the more you do it, the faster you'll get at it. So take your time, only pull the trigger when you're lined up on your target. And eventually, you can get right there. Alright, so when you combine those 2 drills, that builds a foundation for every other drill. The drills that we talk about when we get to the range, that is building off of the foundation that these 2 drills will help you with. So, with that being said, now I'm going to hand it over to me about 4 weeks ago when we were at the range. Today we're going to go over a few drills that you can use with your rifle to maximize your fundamental skills building with as few rounds expended as possible. Some of these drills may be covered in the pistol video, as they are very similar to some drills that you can do with pistols. First one that we're going to go over is the 1 reload 1 drill. Now, this one can be accomplished by taking an empty magazine, loading that into your rifle, and you're going to take 1 round. You can either put it in the magazine, or you can drop that round directly into the chamber, and now you've chambered the round. So what this drill is going to accomplish, when you fire your round, your empty magazine is going to lock the bolt to the rear. You're going to then quickly drop that magazine and reload your magazine with ammo into it, and then close the bolt on that magazine. And what this is simulating, with as few rounds expended as possible, is an emergency reload and get back into whatever you're doing. whether that's target shooting at the range, or if you're at a two-way shooting range, getting back into the gunfight. So now we're gonna go ahead and demonstrate said one reload, one drill. So I'm gonna get into my good position. I'm going to fire one round, drop the magazine, put the new one in the rifle, drop the bolt, fire one more round as quickly as possible. Now, once you have done that, in order to continue practicing this same drill, getting rep after rep, all you're gonna do, keeping your weapon pointed in a safe direction, you're gonna flip the selector switch to safe, re-index your spare magazine wherever it is you're carrying it. I'm currently carrying it on my belt. I'll demonstrate what it looks like carrying it in other places in a second. Pick up your empty magazine from the ground, put it right back into your rifle, and now you're ready to practice the drill again. So now I will demonstrate the drill at full speed. As you practice this, you'll get better at it, you'll get faster at it, and this is a perishable skill. So as you don't, or if you go a long while without continuing to practice this, you won't retain your proficiency, and it will show when you go to do it again. So one more time for demonstration purposes. So that is the one reload, one drill using a magazine retained in a belt in a speed reload pouch. Now I'm going to go put on my plate carrier and demonstrate in a normal plate carrier retention. There you go. All right, so now I have put on my plate carrier, and my plate carrier has a little bit different of a magazine retention system, and for demonstration purposes I only have one magazine in the plate carrier and this pouch right here. Now, one thing to consider when you are carrying extra ammo, regardless of how you're carrying it, whether that's in your back pocket, in your belt, in a plate carrier, in a chest rig, is that carrying your magazine in different ways with different retention systems, such as this Velcro flap versus a bungee retention here that is built into my plate carrier, all of those will have different benefits and drawbacks in terms of how well it retains your magazine, as well as whether or not you can quickly access it for speed reload. So reloading with the magazine in the plate carrier with the Velcro retention or the bungee retention is going to be slower than reloading off of the belt. So now we'll go ahead and demonstrate that, and we will go into the drill. Usually when I practice it, I'm practicing getting right back into suppressive fire. All right, so once again, demonstrate one more time. And this is why we train, so you're not fumbling with the Velcro in a two-way shooting range. Another thing to train is putting your magazine right back into whatever retention system you're using with one hand and while looking, or without looking, because you might need to re-index that magazine without having the luxury of taking your eyes off of the threat.
Or if you're not emergency reloading.
All right, that is a good point. I'll go ahead and just slide this one in facing the other direction so I don't accidentally grab it.
Shit hits the fan.
All right.
I'm not gonna buy more mags.
So that drill simulates an emergency reload, but now we're going to go talk about a tactical reload or a retention reload, or it's been called a myriad of other things. So this magazine has, well, I didn't load it. I don't know how many rounds are in it. But say we're in some kind of engagement and we have to top off our mag with a full one, because I don't know how many rounds are left in this. It could be 20, it could be 5, it could be 1. So first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to get your fresh mag out of it, grab your old magazine, switch the mags, do your push-pull, and then put your not full magazine back in your kit, preferably facing the other way so you know just by feel that it's not full. But if you're trying to just get it done quickly, just shove it in there, call it good. So that is a demonstrated crawl. Once you've got your crawl phase and have got comfortable with the movement and how to do that, now you want to actually practice that at home, dry firing as your walk. And then you want to throw, for your run phase, actually firing rounds downrange while you practice it. So here we go. As you can see, you want to practice that so you're not struggling with the Velcro, because you will struggle with the Velcro if you don't practice that. All right, so that is reload drills. Another drill that is often done, and this one I don't know if the camera is going to capture, because there's going to be at least some movement. All right, so for this drill, and this is especially beneficial if you have some kind of extra weight, it introduces a little bit of stress into the shooting by getting your heart rate up and getting you a little bit out of breath. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to fire 2 rounds standing, you're going to crouch down, fire 2 rounds crouched, and then you're going to go prone, fire 2 rounds prone, and then reverse it coming back up, firing another 2 rounds standing. And one thing to spice things up a little bit, if you're more advanced, is, like me, I don't actually know if I have enough rounds in my magazine to do that. I might need to reload at some point in that drill. I might not actually have enough rounds to do the whole drill at all. But yeah, we'll see. Actually, to spice things up even further, I'm going to go ahead and just in case. Yeah, that retention's, that's better. All right, so if I don't have enough rounds to finish the drill with the rifle, I'm going to finish the drill with the pistol. That's the only reason it's there. I wouldn't normally carry the pistol in a magazine pouch like this, but just for the purpose of the drill and introducing extra stress, I'm going to finish the drill regardless of how much ammo I have. So, first thing you're going to want to do, fire 2 rounds standing. And then you're going to want to get into a good kneeling position, fire 2 more rounds. And then you're going to want to get into a good prone position, fire 2 more rounds. And then you're going to do it all over again in reverse. So I actually had enough rounds in the magazine to accomplish the drill with no reload. But to spice things up, you could do that drill without rounds in the magazine. Increase the round count, especially if you're carrying extra weight like a plate carrier. Going up and down like that, especially as you add reps, add speed, will get your heart rate up. It'll introduce stress on your body to at least somewhat simulate the adrenaline dump that would happen if you were on a 2-way shooting range. That's pretty much all I wanted to cover for at least beginner drills.
Thanks for watching another episode of Off the Mark, guys. It really does mean the most for y'all to stick around and watch. Our last video actually did almost 100 views, and that's just incredible, and it's all thanks to y'all for actually sticking around and watching it. Hopefully we'll have some cool stuff to show you all in the future. We'll probably have a video when I fix my rifle that will kind of show y'all what was broken and what we needed to get fixed on it after that catastrophic malfunction. And then we also got some more handgun stuff that's coming up. So thank you guys so much. It really means a lot to Big Sarge and I. If you can, and you're watching this, remember to hit that like button and maybe subscribe if you like what we're doing. It really does mean the most, and it helps us out a ton. Thank you guys. Mark out.